Yesterday, on May 4th, the small meteorite fell in the Colorado desert.
Lies. Abject fabrications. 1 month ago, a NASA satellite discovered a small asteroid cluster not far from the Earth. Preliminary analysis could not determine the composition and structure of the bodies. And the telescope images caused the Space Center even more concern. Our esteemed government, like others, wanted to be the first to get samples. To avoid diplomatic disasters, elite mercenary commandos were sent to the impact site to take samples before the local authorities or competitors could do the same. So, we won't be alone there. The primary goal is to be the first to reach the impact site.
Take samples and promptly deliver them to the command. Be quick, clean, and leave no witnesses. No more questions. Get ready to drop.
Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome to Ram Pressure. Ram Pressure is a game that could be compared to XCOM if it was multiplayer. It's a bit of an odd duck. It has a lot of potential, but it also needs still a lot of polishing. It's currently in the open beta version and it's a free-to-play game, so you can get it down through the link in the description. That is an affiliate link. I'm not getting paid for this video, and the opinions expressed here are entirely my own. But you do support the channel if you sign up for the game through the link in the description. Anyway, about the game, you can see what they have already deployed in the current version of the game right here. The backstory, as you might have seen in the trailer, is that we have a weird alien object crashing on Earth, or rather several, and we need to figure out what's going on, why are they here, what is it, and of course we're not the only ones trying to do so. At the start of the game asks you to join one of three factions. It asks you to join either the CIA, the Russian, I think it's the FSB, or the Chinese intelligence service. I don't know exactly what sort of bonuses or buffs you get from either side, but I imagine that that's going to be rolled out further in the future. Right now, what we have is the globe, which you can see with 3 different missions. I have one over here, which is an easy PvE mission. It gives me $300 and 2 intel. Over here, in Japan, I have a liquidation. It's a PvP mode. Now, I've tried PvP a couple of times, but I think the game is being so... well, it's still very new. It hasn't got a lot of players. And that means that PvP currently is not really in. And then finally, over here, we have the Chapter 3, which is the object. This is sort of a campaign mission. It's going to give me $3,000. It's classed as easy, but last time I tried this, I failed really hard at it. What else do we have? Well, over here you can see my username. Eventually, apparently, you can end up in a clan as well. This is currently in progress, so I suppose that means it's still being built. Ratings, similar, so that's not something you can really do. What we can do is have a look at the squad. The squad gives you a bunch of information. We have, of course, the name of the operator, what rank they're at. Currently, this one's a specialist, sergeant, specialist, etc. And then over here you can see their weapons. Their weapons all have a different stat. And more importantly, they wear down. If you look at the lower bar, it says durability. And the durability goes down the more that you use a weapon. And the more that you use a weapon, the less accurate it becomes. So for example, the M4V2 that I have over here, it has an accuracy of 68.6%. But that's with a minus 9% debuff, because I'm currently not running this thing at the best of the durability. If I repair it, I'm going to be able to get it back up to 100%. It does cost me 8, plus a repair kit. And repair kits are also priced at 100. So you're paying quite a bit for that. It does, however, bring the accuracy of this gun back to 78%. So weapon maintenance in this game is a thing. Sometimes what you're going to find during the end of a mission is that you pick up some rewards from either, I think, PvP, insofar as that's implemented, or PvE, and that allows you to adjust the weapon to your own liking. In this case, I can add scopes, barrels, triggers, and cartridges. Now these things, currently I don't have any, at least not for the M4, but what I do have, no, I don't want to equip it. What I do have for a sniper, I believe it was Philip. Philip has a scope attached to his gun. It's an R7 scope and it adds a bit of visibility. It's not really impressive with accuracy, surprisingly, because I would expect a scope to add accuracy, but it adds visibility instead. All the other upgrades, well, I haven't found any. All I found was the R7, and that was after, I think, about 10 missions that I picked one of these up. Then again, I'm still early game, and I'm not surprised that I haven't picked up more than these. Of course, the drop rates and stuff like that might very well change, because the game is still very much in development. The game is free to play, but that means that they have to make money some other way. You have the market, which allows you to buy stuff with cash, for example, more light body armor, or additional weapons, shotguns, machine gun, grenade launcher, and first aid kit. You can also get new operatives. These operatives cost you 250, although they do cycle. So at another day, in another day I should say, in about 8 hours there's going to be another cycle. And there will be new operators, but also potentially new weapons that you can pick up. These guys are not very expensive. Before I started this video I was playing the game for a bit and I hired, where is he? This guy. Quan Chen. He is a, what's he called? He's an elite operator. Gives him a lot of stat bonuses. And he cost me 16,000 of my budget. And that brings me to how the game makes money. If you hit this plus icon, you're going to be sent to the website where you can buy more of these dollars for the game. And that's going to set you back real money. It's entirely optional. I don't know exactly what the grind is because I haven't played the game that much and there's not really that much to grind for at the moment. But I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the market you're going to find expensive weapons, you're going to find upgrades for your weapons, attachments. For example, other would probably be a likely category there. And just a whole bunch of different weapons. Because the game has a bunch of different weapons in it already. I've seen the enemy use quite a few different guns, ranging from your standard assault rifle to the FNP-90. I've seen submachine guns, I've seen shotguns of all sorts. So the guns are definitely there, they're just not really accessible yet. As I have quickly already outlined in the armory, if you look at the stats of an operator, you see that it has a couple of different ones. It has the strength stat, increases health and throwing range. Perception increases detection range and hit chance. Intelligence increases critical chance. Knack means that you are better at evading and fortitude, but the game hasn't really explained to me yet what fortitude is. And endurance means that I have a reduced chance of getting disoriented and panicked. And of course the higher it is, it reduces the chance of bleeding, poisoning and burning effects. I haven't seen any of those either. Bleeding, poisoning and burning. So maybe those guys are, or those debuffs are not in the game yet. This guy comes with a sniper rifle, the QBU-77. It's a common Chinese sniper rifle. And the fact that it is common means that there are probably going to be something like veteran or legendary or exceptional or whatever term they have figured out for it type of guns in the game, which probably have better damage, better potential armor piercing, range, crit damage, stuff like that. I have a suit of body armor. This is Interceptor light armor. Model is outdated, still very popular because of its reliability. Unfortunately, I found that the armor pretty much does jack shit against being shot at. Sure enough, it adds about 2 hit points, but aside from that, you're really not doing much. I also have ammo. This is weapon or ammo for the sniper rifle, and then over here I have a slot which I can add grenades in, or I can add a med kit. And the first aid kit's going to restore 2 hit points. I've never had to use any of these. It doesn't mean they're good or bad, it just means that usually the battle is over before you actually get around to using first aid kits. Right, so let's get into a mission. And I can show you what the gameplay is actually going to be like. I'm going to take on this PvE mission. It says clear the area. Unknown militants, again try to capture one of the alien artifacts which was discovered in this area. Clear the crash site, don't leave witnesses. So it's pretty much move in, clear out. Take mission. Then we're going to get to this screen, and over here I can deploy my operators. Now Steven got hurt on a previous assignment, and that made him only really have 1 hit point. So it's time to change him out to a different operator. I'm going to bring Tachana because she has a full set of health. And Tachana is actually a sniper. So let's pick up a sniper rifle. Provided I can find one. No, I don't have any because they're all equipped with other parties. Hold on, are you a sniper? No, sorry, she's an assault. I'm going to bring this gun, the CZ651. This is currently the best gun that I have in my arsenal because it does 5 damage, as opposed to the standard 3 damage that the normal assault rifles do. This is an advanced assault rifle, so this is already one of those, let's say, higher tier guns. Equip that. Quan Chen is ready to go. This guy, Agent Marco, is again not very healthy, so I'm going to have to change him out for somebody else. Unfortunately, I don't really have that many healthy operatives left, so my choice is limited. I'll bring Fiona. I'm going to make sure that Fiona has that improved sniper rifle with the scope. And then Philip, who had that sniper rifle, I'm going to change him out for specialist Vanessa Holt. And I think we're about good to go. So let's deploy. Now these are the kinds of craft that are apparently crashing on Earth. I think there might still be more different types in development. Right now, it is just the one. This is the model that I seem to encounter a lot in these missions. So don't be surprised, especially if you're getting this game, that very many of these craft across the different maps that you're going to find, you'll see this thing. The way that this works is a sort of capture the flag thing, where you can end the mission in 2 different ways. You can either eliminate all the resistance, or, and this is the alternative, you can try to capture the artifact. And you do that by running up to it and standing in a specific location, hitting a, let's say, a button or a scan 3 times, but your operator cannot fire, so you are being exposed to greater risk. The AI and shooting in this game I have found lackluster. They can definitely improve a lot. Supposedly, high cover objects work, but I really haven't found high cover objects to do much. It says that they add defense, but the AI just pretty much runs up to you and still shoots you. If you're familiar with XCOM or other tactical squad-based games, then you can see that this is full cover, the full shield, this is low cover. And the line over here is how far I can run using 1 action point, indicated by the 1 forward arrow next to the operator. And the second one goes to the second line. Now the object has crashed seemingly in the middle of this town. I still can't quite see it because I haven't explored the map that far. The maps do seem to be randomly generated, because every time you look at a different map. And the maps do really look good. Here we have a... I think that's a sort of... Well, it's not quite a tuk-tuk, but it is a 3-wheeler. It tipped over. We have a car that ran into a storage shed over here. And this then can be used as high cover. Or, sorry, low cover, but only from that side. So, whereas you would expect this side to also provide cover, it doesn't. And that's what I find needs improving in this game. First, let's move up with Sniper a bit. Snipers, unlike XCOM, can move and shoot in the same turn, which is really helpful. I haven't found the snipers to be that good though, unfortunately. Maybe later on, when you get better guns for them and they do more damage, they become worth it. But up until that point, I just mostly bring them to keep getting them trained up. Now this street light, not low cover. The thing right next to it is, but I would also kind of expect this streetlight to be cover. The taxi over here is, so let's run
I'm
over
on
there.
it.
Next we have Holiday. I don't know where the enemy is coming from, that's the problem. They could be coming from this side, they could be coming in from this side, they could be coming in from here, or they could be on the run coming in from here. It's going to be hard to find an angle against them. And since cover really doesn't do that much in the current state of the game, I'm going to run up here and just try to get towards that objective as quickly as possible. What you could already see from the objective is that zone, that indicator. That means that if you go there and you scan 3 times, you're going to fill up this bar, capture the artifact, and with that you complete the mission. Even if there are still enemy operators left. Now she has Headshot as a special ability, because your operators do level up. And when they level up, they allow you to buy more abilities. And one of those is Headshot. So I get a 30% chance for, or a 30% increased chance to get a critical hit. And a critical hit on a sniper rifle, I believe, does an additional 5 damage. So that is worth it. Ideally, I would get a height bonus, but I cannot climb the building here. And I haven't found yet a way to get into the building here. Or at least not on top of the building. I think you're not supposed to. So let's run over here.
All right.
And then the other sniper, I'm probably going to also move maybe a bit more this way.
Let's do this.
Cover's not a thing, so let's just keep going. Alright, enemy's turn. They did move. The big question is where?
I'm on it.
Armakova, move up. I gotta say, the game does look good. It does look really nice. I'm not sure why exactly she's peeking around that vending machine trying to look at what's potentially behind that door, but okay. At least there's an animated character there. And let's see. The map does continue here, but not that far. Let's move her over here. And then once again, this is not high cover. What is very amusing and surprising is that this fence, believe it or not, is high cover. This fence that you can easily shoot through counts as high
Just
cover.
a moment.
Again, this is one of the things that I hope they'll still address, because it's really counterintuitive. You'd expect a fence like that to be able to shoot through, but no. And then you'd expect this bus stop to provide cover, and then it doesn't. So, the game seems to have a lot of potential, but it needs a bunch of polishing. Alright, snipers. I'll move one of the snipers up in a slightly slower fashion, because I'm thinking I might run into trouble. Not yet. The other sniper here.
I'll do my best.
I know that the aliens, or that the other team, whatever they sent in, is doing the same objective. They're trying to get to this machine, to this crashed alien artifact. So let's set up my snipers on Overwatch. Make sure they can still snipe stuff if it happens to come close. And same goes for Ermakova. Here they are. Coming out of the fog of war, rushing towards the objective.
Hold your position,
Ermakova
soldier.
takes an Overwatch shot. Good amount of damage there. You can see that the armor disappeared and also 3 of its hit point pools, or 3 of its hit bars. So now it has 2 left. So sniper should be very easily capable of taking that out. 78. Or if I switch to the other sniper, 93. 1 down. There's bound to be more. There's usually 3 or 4 operators on the same mission.
Sir.
So since I now have an idea where they're going to come from, I'm going to set up more Overwatches as I also try to make my way towards the objective. Unfortunately, this is not high cover. I could, however, move into the building. The couch is not classed as cover at all. This wheelbarrow is cover,
Moving out.
albeit low. One thing that I'm missing from XCOM and XCOM-like games is hunker down.
Target in sight.
Where you pretty much just sit behind low cover, or high cover, and just stick your head down as low as you can possibly go, making sure you don't get hit. This game doesn't have that, which in this case is just the ability that I would need. Because I can't very well shoot him, 11% chance to hit. I can hunker down, or at least, sorry, I can overwatch, but I cannot hunker down. So I don't really have the means that I need to make this character more effective. Now, all of this rubble, it's not high cover. I kind of get it, because it's a sort of terrain feature, but I would expect this to be high cover. Now, what these guys are probably going to do is push this way. So I'm going to try and flank. Although I think the flanking mechanic also needs some work.
Right.
Because I don't see any additional chance of getting critical hits when you do get flanks. Enemy's turn. There's one. There's two. Apparently the Overwatch is still too far away. There's three. There we go. Ermakova's opening up.
Like we're not in any danger!
Good hit. Target left on 1 hit point. Oh.
I'm under heavy fire!
Returns
Hold
fire
your
with a
position,
suppressed
soldier.
weapon. I don't know how suppressors impact the game. I haven't seen a suppressor. So I don't know what exactly the bonus is for that. But maybe it dampens recoil or something. You can see the guns are really quite nicely modeled. If I can get in close enough. No, craft's in the way. This guy has a P90 or similar. And he has a few too many hit points for my taste. Because she can reliably do 5 points of damage. He has 5 points plus 2 pips of armor. And I believe that SMGs, if you get them close enough, are very, very lethal. Yeah, let's take the 79 shot. Dead.
Yes! Another one!
Excellent shot, soldier.
That leaves them with 2. This sniper doesn't have a shot. Now, interestingly, snipers, the closer they get, the worse their accuracy. So if I try to park her right next to it, it's going to be 27. Let's stay in that line of sight. 72 from here. 62 from there. 57 from there. It goes down the closer I get. So this is really promoting play where you put your snipers at range. Here, 91% chance to hit. Let's use that headshot. 46% chance to do a critical hit, in which case I would probably put him down in 1 round.
Hold your position, soldier.
Nope, no crit. Didn't proc the crit hit, unfortunately. Alright, let's move up. Ermakova is wounded, but she still has a grenade. Unfortunately, I can't throw it far enough. Crap. Let's see, can I get my other operator to help out? Probably not. I still have running shot. Allows you to take a shot after a jerk, which means that after a dash like this, I can still shoot. That could work, but I still wouldn't do enough damage. She might be able to take a hit, though. So let's see what happens if I try to take a shot here. And 61, 49. Okay, instead I'll use a grenade. Terrain is supposedly fully destructible. Not the alien craft, but planterns, walls, stuff like that, I have seen it blow up. I've also seen it blow up in reverse, where it actually blew up my game, and the game crashed after I threw a grenade. Yeah, this is not going to do a lot of damage.
Like we're not in any danger!
This game does not have anything like Red Fog, where units who have taken damage are less effective, unfortunately. Now, she's definitely going to die. That was the P90. Fortunately, if your operator gets wounded, it's not the end of the operator's career.
I'm on it.
Because at the end of the mission, I'm going to show you that in about 30 seconds, you can see that the operator just gets healed up. The thing is, the more damage they've taken, the more likely they are to be very expensive to heal back up. And you can let them heal over time, but it's going to take a long time according to the game, although it refuses to tell me how long of a time that is. These guys have all gotten some experience, so I can use that potentially on getting more abilities later on. Now here we go. Tatiana was knocked out. It's going to cost me 120 to get her healed up again. This mission got me 300, so I'm still coming out ahead. Not only with money, but also with the items that I picked up and the experience that I gained. So now I can heal it back up. And now we're ready to go back to the map. This is pretty much what the game is in its current state. You do a mission, you come back to the map, you pick another mission. It is in open beta, so it is definitely not entirely ready. You can play it. What you can do is just check it out or keep an eye on it. I think it has a lot of promise. It just needs a lot of polishing. So keep an eye on this game. I will definitely check in with it from time to time, because I do like where it's supposedly heading. And if they can make good on their promises of polishing the game and getting more guns in, making it more interesting to just keep grinding this stuff and potentially get the PvP in, then I think it could be a very interesting game. Because we don't really have something like this, as far as I know. XCOM multiplayer was never very popular, and squad-based tactics in a sort of more online MMO-ish kind of thing, I haven't seen that, or at least I can't think of another game that does this. With that, let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments. I really think that the game has potential, but at the moment I cannot fully recommend it yet. It's going to need a lot more content. But I did want to show you the game early so you can keep an eye on it. Maybe put it on your wish list or something like that. Keep an eye on the game, and I'll keep you updated on how it's going to go. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall catch you guys soon for more videos.